good afternoon, or good evening. My name is William Michael Forbes. I'm a spiritual medium, a channel, and an intuitive life coach. And I'm here to bring through Master Babaji on why there is so much intense emotional energy on the planet today and what it's for. The mental health industry is horrifically overstressed with mental conditions. It's been absolutely astounding and mind-boggling. People really don't have an understanding of how vast and big the problem is. And yet, in reality, it is not a problem. And this is what Babaji tells me. He said, this is not a problem. This is just a misunderstanding of how to use one's own personal power. And when he says this, he's talking about how to actually use emotional energy constructively, creatively, to empower yourself to know you are more than this physical body. You are more than the collaboration of thoughts in your mind, the collective that you've built up through this lifetime and many others. You are greater than those things. And he always is clear about what needs to be done. He says it's very simple to overcome these intense ascension symptoms, these intense emotions that seem to come out of nowhere for some of you. He says you must first and foremost learn to breathe and pay attention to your breath. If you pay close attention to the feeling of your breath when you inhale and when you exhale, to just feel the expansion and the release, the expansion, and keep your focus and attention on the sensation of that expansion and release. He says, if you do so, you will begin to realize you actually do have control over this body. It's a matter of keeping your attention focused and fixated on the breath until you can keep your attention there. It's fairly easy to do if you stay persistent, if you stay mindful of being in that moment with your breath. For if your attention is on your breath, where else could it be? How could you be distracted or disturbed? If your attention is on your nose, it is on your nose. If it is on your hand, it is on your hand. If it is on your breath, it is on your breath. So pay attention to your breath. Deeply, deeply pay attention to your breath and feel your assertion, your interaction with this great breath that keeps your body alive, that you can actually regulate the flow of this life, this energy that you call emotion, through your body. You begin with your breathing. You begin very carefully, mindfully, presently with your breathing. Breathe in, deep. Feel the breath deep in your body and breathe it. And feel it. Hold your breath and feel you holding your breath and release it. You have control, more control over your life than you realize. Through the simple elegance of your breathing, you'll begin to understand this from a place of knowing, not a place of wondering. Your breath is the beginning step of the liberation of yourself from that which you think you are imprisoned by. You are never in the prison. You are both the prison and the prisoner. You can be either, you can be both, and you can be neither. The choice is completely yours. The primary focus begins with your breath, to liberate yourself from these intense emotions, from these uncontrollable symptoms even in your body, these aches, these pains. When you train your body to be still, to be quiet through the breath, many of these aches and pains after a period of time will begin to diminish and eventually go as you release the stresses that the emotional energies that you have not been regulating properly are causing on the body. He's saying in your scientific terms, you will know that your body and your brain are chemically organized, electrically organized. And when you interact with your body and your brain in specific ways, you can reorganize that chemical and electrical relationship that you have with it. As you begin to do this, you begin to gain control over this stuff called emotion. And emotion is your energy for creating this life, for experiencing this life, for affecting this life. It is important you understand this, but first you must perfect your awareness with your breath. And the question that often came to me was, how often and how long should I do this? And my answer was always the same: until you are quiet and still. When your body is quiet and still, you shall be liberated from it. It shall be liberated from your stresses. It will be free from those energies that you normally allow to run rampant like wild elephants through your bloodstream in your body. You want to allow the body to be free again, free to be still and quiet under your loving direction. Do not get stressed, distracted. Just stay focused. Stay present. Allow your experience to deepen and richen as you allow yourself to feel the power you assert over your body through your breath. To feel it freely, gently. And it may take a day. It may take a week. It may take a month. It may take 6 months. But I can assure you, if you are persistent, you will feel the stillness come upon you. You'll feel the quietness enter your body and your mind, and you will be the quiet watcher observing it. For this, in essence, is what you become when you deliberately and intentionally begin with your breath. You become that one who is the director, the orchestrator of this wonderful instrument that you are here to play through. To play your being, your life, your expressions through. Begin with your breath. Remain with your breath until there is stillness. And when there is stillness, you can go to the next step, which we will not discuss today. Yes. He's saying he will go into greater depth about the next step. He's saying in 4 weeks. In 4 weeks from this day, he will go to the second step of what do you do when you are finally got your body and your mind into a place of stillness. He's laughing right now because he says it is so simple. When you get there, you will laugh as well at how easy it is for you to be that which you already are. He says, everybody came to him and many other gurus and leaders and teachers for the express purpose of being liberated from that which you needed no liberation from. What do you mean by that? He's saying that you are both the cause and effect of your experience. You are the one that is holding everything in place, but you do not know this because you are identifying with both that which is holding and that which is held, and therefore you find yourself in a bit of a jam. But if you are willing to just release and let go of anything through your breath, start with your breath. And in 4 weeks, we shall go to the next step. In 4 weeks of just breathing and being mindful of your breath. I'm asking him how long, and he's saying, you may do this breathing until you feel calmer. The longer you do it, the deeper your calm will become. If some of you fall asleep during this breathing, that is a good thing. It means you have released a great amount of stress from your body. But you will never sleep in truth. Only your body can sleep. He's saying at least 5 minutes. At least 5 minutes. You can do it longer if you want. He's saying you can do it for hours. I mean, you do it all day long, but you do it automatically all day long. You want to be deliberate, for you want to assume proper authority over your body. You want to assume proper authority over your mind. But begin first with the body. Begin first with your breath. This is the first step to liberating yourself from your mind and gently cupping the power of your emotional energy in your hands so that you can shape and sculpt your life in the way that you initially designed to do so. For this life that you are in now is an effect of who you truly are. And now it is time to remember that. This is the time for all humanity. This is all you need to know. In 4 weeks I shall return, and we will begin the second step. Thank you. Wow. And I have to say from personal experience, this is really true. That's where I began many, many years ago with the breath. Although it was quite cumbersome without a proper mentor around, it was very difficult. You know, I went into psychology books and philosophy books and tried to find my way out of my head. And you can't find your way out of your head by looking around for the solution in your head, which is what I did for many, many years. And when this is the second time Babaji has come to me, and when you are able to go into what he's saying fully and completely, you're going to be amazed at what starts to open up for you, what's available to you, that you do not have in your head. You know, your mind is such a small thing compared to the wealth of knowledge that is available to you when you realize that isn't necessary for you to know more. You can't know more of what you already know. You can only know what you already know. But when you let go of what you know and move into what you don't know, then you will know more. And this is what begins to happen. And I'm really looking forward to seeing you guys with Babaji again in 4 weeks to go to the next step. And he's laughing at me because I'm eager. I want to go there now, right? He's saying, no. It's important. Just like you have to go through the process. Become familiar with your breath. Become familiar with how you create that stillness with the simple process of breathing. How you stay focused. He's telling me to remind you guys, when you are doing the breathing, breathe deep into your belly, right? In through your nose, out through your mouth. And feel what happens as the body releases tension. Feel what happens when the body is expanded. Yes. Feel the contrasting sensations that occur as you stay present with the breath. He's saying, do not let yourself get distracted by thoughts or other things. Do not let these senses distract you. Stay with your breath. Keep coming to 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 your breath. Anytime something tries to pull you away from your breath, keep coming to your breath. And he's just saying, that is it, over and over and over again. And for many of you, you will find great relief very quickly. He's saying for some of you, it will take a bit of time, but be persistent. Be persistent, for you may have more work to do than others. You may have acquired and accumulated more nonsense than many others, as this one has. And he's right. I had accumulated a lot of nonsense I had to let go of. And there's a certain place in your consciousness that when you begin to make a space for yourself, within yourself again, to give yourself a space in yourself. I know that sounds contradictory, but your mind crowds you out of who you are, and it's time to step out of that. And one of the things I love about Babaji is he's completely clear of that. Like when I feel his energy is just, there's no container to put him in. I can't say he's this. I can give you definitions saying I can feel the beauty of his limitlessness. I can feel the light of his spirit is endless. And I can feel the smile of that spirit. But I cannot put him into a container of ego that he just doesn't have that. And in reality, neither do you. And this is what he will lead you to. Anyway, I'm excited to bring this to you. I love doing this work. It's an honor and a privilege to serve. And please don't hesitate to go to my website, williammichaelforbes.com, and look at some of the events that are going on. We have a Twin Flames 8-part series that we're doing over the next 2 weeks. We're going to be going live with Michael Rowlett this evening, and we're going to be channeling Faith and Archangel Michael, who are twin flames in the angelic hierarchy. And I hope to see you there at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And much love to all of you, and thank you for stopping by. Have a wonderful day, evening, or afternoon.